Hello, everybody. It's been a bloody while, that's for sure. I'm just gonna wait for someone to join. Oh, yay. We have people joining. Hi, beautiful ladies. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. I just have to check what day it is. Yeah, like I said, it has been a freaking while. I have gone like MIA, off the grid, off Instagram and social media. I've just had kind of no interest at all to share anything or being called to share anything, and I didn't want to do it out of a place of force or obligation. So I've just been like, nah. Should I post today? Nah, don't really have anything on my heart to share. So today I do though. Yeah, today is the day I'm feeling back. I'm feeling recentered. I've had a couple of weeks of just really prioritizing self-care. And just, checking in with myself and just putting my boundaries back in place and just showing up and being more disciplined. Like, we always say we know what we should be doing, but sometimes life happens and you do, you do kind of fall off the bandwagon a little bit. Well, not bandwagon, but yeah, you get what I'm saying, which I always believe is a good thing. It's like when you get sick, guys, you're not getting sick because, there's something wrong with you or, you're unhealthy. You're getting sick because your body is literally telling you, hey, you need to stop. You need to slow down. You need to take care of yourself. So I'm actually going to make you stop. And yeah, that's why I totally believe everything happens for a reason. Like I always say, life is happening for you, not to you. Oh yay, Tay's on. Tay's back. But the main reason why I wanted to come on today is because I wanted to share something with you guys. Like you all know, we've launched our website and I'm super, super proud of this. It has taken months for this baby to be birthed. So like I said, it's a one-stop shop. Hey, she's laughing at me. It's a one-stop shop for everybody. But there is something on there that I have not yet spoken about or kind of shared properly or even like announced. And that is the fact that I am now taking on clients in the form of coaching. And I kind of say coaching very loosely because I don't really feel comfortable with saying, oh, this is what I'm going to teach you. I'm not an expert, obviously, but I am an expert on myself. And what I have learned to this point, I feel, is another way I can be of service to you guys and just share from my heart and my experiences to help inspire you guys to impact you guys to make inspired change, basically, and inspired action. So I thought, hey, why not? This is something I do and I have done, I realized, for years now in conversations I have with close girlfriends. I'm forever emailing people advice back and forth. Even I think about like my 3 months of working on The Biggest Loser, where I lived in a house with 24 people going through the biggest transformation of their lives, and that was working with men, women of all different ages, all different circumstances, and health conditions. And literally I was like their sounding board, I was their caretaker, I was their facilitator for catalysts and sparking change and planting seeds and actually nurturing and fostering their transformations in every sense, so mind, body and spirit. I can say with full confidence and conviction that I will be able to make a difference and help you achieve the results and goals you desire. And so I do offer 3 months and 6 month packages. Obviously, I know, and I say this all the time, it is unrealistic to expect to overhaul your life overnight and your mind. That comes down to everything. Oh, yay! Emily's on. Hell yes, you will. Just to rewind a bit, the reason why I'm jumping on today is because I have enlisted into the Conscious Boss Bootcamp course. I've invested in myself and my business and really, I'm really stepping up and proving to the universe that I'm serious about my business. I'm serious about our vision, and I really am committed to making my goals and my dream a reality. So I have invested in a coach myself. Thank you, Emily. I love you so much. And we just got off a call this morning with just, it was the best call with Jeraine Jones, who was so inspiring. And so I'm using all that fire and that fuel to do this live and stretch, because I actually am quite nervous to do this today. I do, you too. Yeah, so another part of our all within our coaching course is we're always asked to stretch every single week and do something that will stretch us, and this is definitely stretching me today because it is so close to my heart, and it's new territory that I haven't yet explored. Even though I'm proud to say that I've already signed on my first coaching client for 6 months. I did that last Thursday, so I did it within 1 week of launching our website, so that I'm super proud of. But yes, sharing it with you guys and actually saying, hey guys, like, putting myself out there, this is what I'm doing now, this is something I'm proud to be able to provide you guys with, is a stretch for me. So yeah, I'm feeling a bit nervous, but it's always good to feel the fear and do it anyway. You bloody worship me, it's amazing. Oh, thank you. And that's the other thing, guys. Investing in a coach, investing in support, investing in a team, in a community that Conscious Boss Bootcamp has provided me has seriously made me, it's just exactly what I knew I needed to do in order to reach that next step, that next level, and really push myself outside of, to the edges of my comfort zone and start growing and start, showing up and showing the universe and God that, hey, I'm ready to take this next step. I'm committed. I'm serious. I've invested, a chunk of money, decent money, which was another thing, guys. I had to work through a massive money blocks to do this, but I'm so glad that I have. And this is why I really encourage you guys to look into services. If you're feeling the pull or the call to, if you feel like you're in a space where you're at a point, or you've gotten to a certain point in your life, but you're feeling the need to be guided and mentored and kind of nurtured by someone who has been there before, who has done it, who has literally has a track record to show you, it can be done. And this is the other thing why I wanted to provide this service. For me, I feel like being in close proximity to people who inspire you and can and literally are living proof that you can live the life of your dreams on your terms, which is exactly what my sister does for me, Tay. I literally feel like I need to pay it forward to other people and show them through signing up as your spiritual bestie that it can be done. And I want to give you the framework and kind of like the roadmap to show you how. I want to lay those foundations with you because, like I said, it's unrealistic to overhaul overnight. I get that you're not going to change your life in 3 months to 6 months, but what I am here to provide you guys with is the tools to lay those foundations, okay? And I found through my own self-transformation and my journey that the 3 things that it always comes back to that I've learned from myself over the years is self-love, self-care, and self-education. And so that is why Taylor and I base every single thing we do around these 3 pillars of what we believe to be optimal health. And so, again, from this, from this newfound understanding, I really want to, guide you along the way from, like I always say, I've done a lot of work from traveling, literally from my head back to my heart. And so I want to be able to help you guys do the same. And I want to take the stigma away from it being this big elusive thing up here that is just, it's kind of too hard to reach. It's out of the question for you. It's not really feasible. Well, I'm not like those people over there. I don't have that much money. I wasn't raised that way. I've grown up in this kind of environment. No, I'm here to tell you that you are in charge of your reality. You are in charge of your health, your happiness, and your freaking life if you choose it, and if you reclaim that and you take that responsibility back and you take accountability and ownership for your life. So again, coming out of that victim mindset, and I've said this on my coaching pages, so I really hope you go over it to our website and read it. You know, you're at a point in your life where you recognize that your victim mentality has literally been holding you back for years. And that could be anything from saying like, I don't have enough time, I can't afford it, or I'm unlucky, you know, I grew up with no money. There is so many things in which and ways in life where we can have this kind of victim mindset where life is not happening for us, it's happening to us, and we're the victim of our circumstances or the victim of our freaking genes, for example, which is so not true. Well, I don't believe it to be true, and I really want to kind of break those blocks with you and literally break those limiting beliefs, which I had myself personally for so long. And I say this to Taylor all the time, and I say this to anyone: why the hell were we not taught these things in school? I don't understand why we weren't taught things like self-love, how important storytelling is, and writing our beliefs and recognizing if they're limiting or if they're rewarding. Just so many different things, like even down to like breaking the shame cycle, understanding the difference between shame and guilt. And for me, that held me hostage for so long. Like, I'm getting a bit emotional about it now, but like shame for me was a massive thing that oh my God, I'm crying. Yeah, it held me hostage for so long. And I'm so, now I'm so glad that, I've equipped myself with the tools and the knowledge and the self-awareness to understand, I love you, Tay. Tay knows. Yeah. To understand, my thought patterns and why I feel the way that I feel. And actually, break free from that. I worked through a lot of shame last year. And it was scary as fucking hell. It was the scariest thing I've ever done. Speaking my shame was the fucking scariest thing I've ever done. But I knew. I didn't want to suffer in silence anymore. And everybody's different. Everybody's got their own baggage, their own shit to work through. But again, I feel like if you have the self-awareness and the tools, to identify and understand how and why you are the way you are, and that you can change and you can do something about it if you want to. If you're unhappy and you're feeling, like there's something missing, or you feel unfulfilled, or you feel like a fraud, you can do the work and you can change and you can, you can evolve and you can work to be a better version of yourself that is in true alignment with who you really are deep down inside. So yeah, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I was going to get so emotional, and I think that's why I get so nervous, because I care. This is something I care about so much when it comes to showing other people. Oh, okay. Pull it together. Oh my God, okay. Literally, pregnancy hormones have no chill. Oh, they have no chill. Choosing courage over comfort, a massive, massive one that I have learned, again, thanks to my beacon of light, twin sissy, who does this every day. Choosing courage over comfort, 110%. I always say I've literally, like I say to myself all the time, get comfortable feeling uncomfortable. When you are afraid to speak is when you speak. You know, the hardest conversations create such a strength and resilience, and they actually build your self-worth and evidence to show you that, hey, like, I can do this, I can speak up, and I'm not gonna die. I've survived. Like, you know, I've spoken my biggest shames last year to my loved ones, and I'm still here, and I'm okay, and I'm better than ever for it. So choosing courage over comfort. Cultivating an attitude of gratitude, 110%. I used to be really selfish, like really, really, really freaking selfish. I felt like I was owed the world. I was the type of person that would literally, you know, nothing was ever good enough, ever. Like, my hubby would do things for me, and I'd never focus on, holy shit, like, how amazing that he was so thoughtful and so considerate. I'd always think of the things, something else that he could have done more or could have done better, or he didn't do it perfectly. And again, that comes back to perfectionism and needing to control. But just having an attitude of freaking gratitude has helped me in my day-to-day life feel abundant. And I know abundance is such a buzzword, but honestly, feeling like every single day my needs are met and being grateful for every single thing that I have in my life now has allowed me to open up wide and invite and call in even more into my life that I could ever imagine. And I know, and Peter Kelly always says this, she says, literally if you ask better questions, you will have a better life. And if you ask things like, how can it get any better than this? The universe will have to show you how it gets better than this. And honestly, you have to come from, your intentions have to be right, and you have to come from a place of gratitude. And so gratitude, practicing that every single day is fucking massive. Tay says, I've survived many times. Can't sit by and tell my kids I stayed silent. Be brave. Yeah. And that's what Tay and I always say. We live by the mantra, be brave and be kind. Be brave and be kind. Be brave and be kind. When it comes to self-care, things like your environment are fucking everything. And I have realized this, even down to the point where my home now, like, there is nothing in my home that does not feel in true alignment with me, that doesn't make me feel good or light me up. And I'm not just saying in like your physical, I mean in your relationships, the people that you surround yourself with, the conversations you're having, the things that make you, that you watch, that you listen to, that you read to, everything in your environment is influencing you and impacting and conditioning you into the way you think, the way you behave, the way you feel, and the way you show up in the world. So environment to me is so big. And that again comes down to reducing toxicity, which is huge, again, in all areas of your life, be that your house, the things you put on your body, the products that you purchase, and you're like pretty much anything within every single area of your life that you can think about to start reducing your toxic load, especially your relationships. That's a big one. I have done that over the years, and this is the thing, it takes years. It's not going to be an overnight thing. Even social media detoxing, I have done things where I've literally unfollowed that many accounts that I realized all I was doing was comparing myself to, and it was just making me feel like shit. Raising our vibration is the biggest one, and again, why I've been off social media the last couple of weeks is because I literally have cared more about how I'm, like, what I'm doing in my reality, like in my day-to-day life, than what I'm doing on my Instagram and what I'm posting. And so I've said this before, don't just post about it on Instagram, be about it in real life. So for me, that has been massively putting play back into my day and prioritizing play. Last night I had the best night. Joel and I like literally just mucked around and giggled and chased each other around the kitchen like freaking little kids. And it was just the best to just do that and feel good. And I think this is where a lot of us can go wrong, guys. We make health, we make life, we make everything so complicated, so like overthought, overstressed, like we overcommit ourselves. We lose track of who we are in ourselves and what we miss the point and what it's really about, because we overcomplicate things. Because, you know, if we really think about it, for me now, it's all about my goals, and how I live my life day to day is always based around how good I feel, and if I'm following my heart, and if I'm truly showing up for myself and in alignment with what I'm about. So when we think about it, it's actually really simple. If you come back to just, okay, so how do I feel now? How does this make me feel? How does this choice I made make me feel now? What does this goal that I'm setting, how is it going to make me feel? And so I think because it is so simple, living our best life, our mind does these funny things where it's like, no, that's too easy. Like, it can't be that simple. Like, we get very skeptical. And so we do things like striving for an idea of success that isn't really our idea of success, which is what I did for a long time. We get caught up in people pleasing, which is, I know everybody does. Oh, sorry, I'm just reading comments. We get caught up in what we should look like, body image wise, instead of how we feel. And like, we get caught up in certain training regimes and freaking diets and this and that, and like, there's so much information out there, flying out there in the world about what diet we should be on, and we aren't. Again, we need to come back to, how is this making me feel day to day? Do what makes you feel good. Move in a way that makes you feel good. Eat in a way that makes you feel good. Come back to our bodies, come back to ourselves, and trust ourselves, trust our intuition and our knowing. And so again, this is what I'm here to do. I'm not here to teach you anything. I'm just here to remind you of who you really are. Because I know for myself, I lost myself along the way for a lot of years. And it took me the years, and I'm so grateful for them, because I've, struggled and grown through so much, that I now have the knowledge and the tools to be able to like, okay, cool. Like, I literally can see it all. And that is why I've packaged my packages the way that I have, because I feel like everything that I've learned up until this point is for a reason, and it always is. Your life is always happening for a reason. And so I can literally put this all together for you and serve it to you. And I know that it's not going to be for everybody, and that's fine, but it will be for somebody. So, and I'm cool with that. And that also comes down to becoming unattached from the outcome, which is another thing I had to learn. So the last one, self-education, which is the biggie. It's the biggest. Redefining your idea of success, and selfishness too, guys. That was a big one. And like, I did say that I was selfish, and I was in a lot of ways, but we also tend to do this thing where if we, especially mums, for example, mums think that they've got to do everything for their kids and always put their kids first and the family first and everyone, and they're literally at the bottom of the list, okay, of the priority list. And I feel like we have this stigma and this thing around, if actually, no, I take care of myself first, I put my oxygen mask on first, it's going to be seen by others as selfish. No, it's not. And you know what? Caring what other people think as well is another thing that we will work through, because I used to be the biggest carer of what everyone thinks. Ask my sister, ask anyone. It literally would debilitate me to, like, it would cripple me, the thought of what other people would think about what I would, the decisions I was making, what I was doing. For me to leave my career last year, that was the freaking biggest stretch of my whole life, and become a tradie. Like, I really stretched myself and put myself outside of my comfort zone. But again, it was the best thing that I've ever done, because it has opened up so many other doors for opportunity, created so much more space. I have never felt better, ever in my life. Mentally, physically, spiritually, I have never felt better. And that is all because I stopped giving a fucking shit about what other people think, and I just decided I'm going to live my life for me and what makes me feel good, and not attached to what it looks like and what success should look like. So yeah, unsubscribing from programming and critical thinking and conditioning. This is a massive one. I'm actually reading Biology of Beliefs at the moment by Dr. Bruce Lipton, which I'm like literally like smashing through, because it's just everything that I'm so being drawn to right now. But yes, unsubscribing from programming and limiting beliefs and societal conditioning that does not serve you. It is not rewarding, and we can break free from the status quo and from you know, that societal conditioning that has kept us playing small for so long and trapped, and questioning and doubting ourselves and our capability and our worth and our fucking potential as human beings. So that is a big one. Trigger timeline, which gets me in the feels, because yeah, it's very confronting when you do this, your trigger timeline, but it literally pieced together so many things for me. So many things I realized had stemmed from a point in time in my life where a situation had happened, or I perceived an experience to happen a certain way, and it literally formed this belief and evidence that had threaded itself as to why you know, why I wasn't good enough, why, you know, I didn't have what it took, why I felt like a fraud, why I was a bad person. So trigger timeline, that's a goodie. And then what I like to reinforce, and what I will be reinforcing with my coaching service, is to practice every day. It's not the big things in life that are going to make the difference, the big actions and, oh, this, I got to do this and this, and, you know, and then it all becomes too much and a too hard basket and we just don't end up doing it. It is the smallest things every single day consistently that matter. Practice makes perfect, okay? I really want to hone that, like, really want to drill that home to you guys, because, again, we need to simplify to amplify. Keep it simple, guys. Keep it within micro. Like, we need to focus on the micro, and that will impact your macro environment, your levels of life, your lifestyle. So we need to keep it attainable and achievable. And so, yeah, that is pretty much what I'm here to talk to you about, to offer you guys. And yeah, to share with you. I really, really do hope that you head over to our website, read the coaching page if what I've said resonates with you at all. We can only make decisions that is best for our families, especially to ensure the health of our minds and our souls are not compromised. Sometimes we also need to check out circles. Yes, 100%, darling. Yeah, so like I said, pretty much I'm your spiritual bestie, your hype woman, your sounding board, your facilitator, your catalyst for your transformations and your shifts, the person to call you forward, to literally walk alongside you as you journey from your head to your heart, to give you the guidance, the tools, the support, the love. So you know that you have got this, you can do this, you can live a life on your terms, you can have whatever you want in life, as long as you're willing to take full responsibility for it, as long as you're willing to show up, no more excuses, no more victim mentality, and you're ready to invest in yourself, because this is the other thing, money is energy, and we circulate energy always. And so use it as a way to prove to yourself, to the universe, to God, that you are committed. You are committed to you're serious about your commitment to becoming the best version of yourself possible. So thank you so much for being here this morning. For everyone else watching back, thanks for watching. I did ramble on a bit. I got very emotional. Like I said, I was very nervous to do this, but I feel, again, being outside of my comfort zone is where it's at, baby. Stretching yourself and putting yourself out there, showing up and calling in, being ready to call in clients. So if that is you, please get in touch. Sending you big love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And yeah, I'm back. But I do have my boundaries still in place. I don't pick up my phone first thing in the morning. I don't have my phone on at a certain time at night. And it's funny because I had all these, I had all my things in place and they kind of fell by the wayside the last couple of weeks. And of course, shit starts to hit the fan internally and I'm like, So yeah, self-care, guys. Take care of yourselves first. Prioritize play and check in with yourself. Use how you feel as your compass for how you move throughout the day, how you make decisions, what you do, what you don't do. Use it as your compass and your guide. Feeling good. Does this make me feel good? How does this make me feel now? Use that, please. And I'm telling you, a lot will shift and a lot will change. Alrighty. Bye.